EZ-Lift equipment has been providing safe, ergonomic solutions for handling a wide range of roll materials since 1982. To suit customer roll handling needs, EZ-Lift equipment offers lift truck attachment models RCR20-40 and RCR30-50 for handling and manipulating larger rolls of up to 50 inches in diameter and weighing as much as 2,000 pounds, contingent on equipment configuration. The model RCR30-50 attachment is seen here, mounted to a Jungheinrich EJC-Style straddle stacker. Certain EJC-Style straddle stackers are also available through EZ-Lift equipment, but only with the purchase of an additional roll or drum handling attachment or clamp. Both the RCR20-40 and RCR30-50 have their own DC power supply and internal charger, and don't require any additional electrical or hydraulic connections to the straddle stacker or lift truck for full operation. The EJC-216B straddle stacker with an RCR30-50 attachment seen here is an easily maneuverable, very compact package for working with large rolls in congested production areas. The RCR30-50 attachment features two clamping arm adjustment pin settings. The inner pin setting is designed to handle roll diameters of 30 to 46 inches, whereas the outer pin setting is designed to handle roll diameters of 34 to 50 inches. The RCR30-50 and RCR20-40 attachments are capable of clamping, picking, and placing rolls from both a vertical and horizontal orientation. These units are designed to provide an ergonomic solution for companies to load and unload converting or printing equipment. For many businesses, this requires the operator to clamp and lift rolls from either a vertical or horizontal position on pallets, transport the roll to converting equipment, and finally rotate the roll to a horizontal orientation for loading onto the equipment. Both the RCR20-40 and 30-50 attachments are also capable of being mounted directly to an already existing end-user-owned lift truck or walkie stacker with an ITA Class II carriage. Seen here is an RCR20-40 roll handling attachment, designed for handling rolls from 20 to 40 inches in diameter and weighing up to 2,000 pounds. Both the RCR20-40 and RCR30-50 attachments are capable of being easily unmounted, set down, and then quickly remounted onto the lift truck or walkie stacker by loosening or tightening between 4 and 8 bolts, contingent on equipment configuration. A minimum of 33 3/4 inch carriage width is required for attachment mounting to be possible. The RCR30-50 for handling 30 to 50 inch diameter rolls will be featured in this video. Before operating any of our roll handling attachments, it's important to read the manuals and become familiar with the proper operations. Prior to using the equipment, the operator should perform a visual inspection of all the hydraulic lines, fittings, battery cables, bolted connections, clamp components, and electrical cords to check for any leaks or damage to the equipment from previous usage. If any damage is located, tag the unit out of commission and contact a supervisor immediately. To power up the RCR30-50, disengage the emergency stop button and turn the key to the on position, which will illuminate the 2-inch display. Then turn the master disconnect switch on the RCR-style attachment to the on position. This will illuminate the battery discharge indicator. Prior to beginning, the operator should verify that all control functions are in proper working order. Controls are located on either the top and bottom of the tiller handle or on the remote control box for easy accessibility to the operator. This includes the switches for a continuous 360-degree endless side rotation either right or left, clamp open, and clamp close. The remote control box includes a red safety switch for the clamp function to prevent the accidental release of an elevated load, as well as lift and lower. The tiller handle also features a reversing safety collision bumper. If the collision bumper contacts the operator when moving in reverse, the straddle stacker will immediately stop and move forward to help prevent injury. The tiller handle also includes a turtle switch which allows the straddle stacker to be moved while the tiller handle is in a fully upright position, as well as offer a creep function for precise positioning. A horn button for safety is also included on the top of the tiller handle. When charging is required, first ensure that the straddle stacker is turned off. Then unplug the SB175 connector from your straddle stacker and connect the charger cable to the battery. It is important to ensure that the charger is only connected to the battery and not to the straddle stacker, as this could cause damage to the unit or charger. Once properly connected, the Mac charger will cycle through a series of lights, ensuring a proper connection. It will then begin charging after a few second delay. Once the orange charger on and red incomplete lights are lit, charging has begun. The red incomplete light will stay lit until the battery reaches the orange 80% charge. Once fully charged, the green charge complete light will illuminate. The straddle stacker's large 24-volt industrial battery allows the machine to run continuously from 12 to up to 16 hours on a single charge. Charging times range from 6 to 8 hours. Please refer to the manual for complete charging instructions. When charging the roll handling attachment is required, ensure that first the attachment is turned off. The internal charger uses a standard 120-volt outlet on the side of the DC cabinet. A polarized heavy gauge extension cord is required, which connects the unit to a wall outlet. Do not operate the attachment while charging or with the extension cord plugged in. Doing so could cause damage to the equipment. Charging times range between 6 and 8 hours. Once the attachment is fully charged, unplug the extension cord, turn the master disconnect switch on, and begin application. The RCR20-40 and RCR30-50 attachments each have 2 clamping arm adjustment pin settings. For the RCR30-50, the inner pin setting is designed to handle roll diameters of 30 inches to 46 inches, whereas the outer pin setting is designed to handle roll diameters of 34 inches to 50 inches. To make this adjustment, simply raise and rotate the clamp into the horizontal orientation. Then, pull the T-handle and slide the fixed arm in or out to the desired pin setting, as seen here. It is important to ensure that the T-handle firmly locks into place prior to using the clamp. When picking up a roll when the roll's core is in a horizontal orientation, first rotate the clamp so that the hydraulic clamping arm is at the top and the lower fixed arm is at the bottom. Then, move the unit forward so that the clamping pad of the lower fixed arm makes solid contact with the bottom side of the roll. The lower clamping pad acts as a scoop underneath a horizontal roll that is located on a skid or the floor. Once the lower clamping pad is in place against the lower side of the roll, close the hydraulic clamping arm, which will then clamp down firmly, securing the roll in place for lifting, rotating, and transporting. When picking up a roll when the roll's core is in a vertical orientation, first rotate the clamp so that the clamping arms are in a horizontal orientation. Then, move the unit forward so that the fixed clamping arm pad makes solid contact with the side of the roll. Firmly close the hydraulic clamping arm, securing the roll in place for lifting, rotating, or transporting. Once fully clamped, raise and rotate the clamp so that the roll's core is in a horizontal orientation. In both cases, once the roll has been firmly clamped, a straight line should be able to be drawn between the 2 clamping pads and through the center of the roll's core to help ensure a safe, secure clamp has been achieved, as seen here. Only lift the roll to the minimum height needed for proper floor clearance before transporting the roll to its destination. Never, under any circumstances, should you lift or suspend loads over people. The roll clamp is equipped with 16-inch high clamping pads to securely clamp a wide range of roll materials. The larger clamping pads are designed to distribute the clamping pressure on the roll and reduce the potential for damage to the roll material. Insert the mandrel into the roll's core. Raise and move the equipment forward. The ergonomic tiller handle is used to steer the straddle stacker when the unit is in forward or reverse travel. The clamping pads are comprised of SBR rubber to provide a durable yet secure non-marking surface to grip the roll. Both the RCR30-50 and RCR20-40 clamps rotate 360 degrees endlessly, either left or right. The lowering function on the tiller handle aids the operator and allows for soft placement of rolls onto converting machines or the floor. The unit is also capable of clamping and removing completed roll material from printing presses and for loading onto pallets for shipment to customers. The thumb control lever on the tiller handle provides the operator with the precise control to travel at variable speeds and enable safe controlled movement even in tight operating areas. Both the RCR20-40 and RCR30-50 attachments are provided with a movable magnetic back control box on a heavy coil cord. This allows the operator to place the control box in a location that is convenient and easily accessible. The clamping pressure exerted on the roll surface is fully adjustable by the operator if handling sensitive roll materials by utilizing the adjustable clamping pressure, which is located inside the DC cabinet. To reduce the hydraulic clamping pressure, turn the knob slightly counterclockwise. To increase the hydraulic clamping pressure, turn the knob slightly clockwise. As stated, both RCR attachments are capable of gripping, lifting, and placing rolls in both a vertical or horizontal orientation onto a skid or the floor. When placing a roll in a horizontal orientation, carefully set the roll down with the lower fixed arm located at the bottom. Once the roll has been fully placed down, open the hydraulic arm, and once clear, back the unit out and away from the roll. Always use blocks or chocks when placing a roll with its core in a horizontal orientation. Failure to secure the roll into place could allow it to roll and cause property damage or serious personal injury. To place a roll in vertical orientation, begin by slightly raising and rotating the roll so that the clamping arms are in a horizontal orientation. It is important to raise the roll slightly prior to rotating it, otherwise the roll may make contact with the ground. Once fully rotated, move the equipment forward and place the roll down onto the skid or floor. Open the hydraulic arm and once clear, back the equipment away from the roll. Both the RCR20-40 and RCR30-50 attachments are also capable of being unmounted and removed from the EJC-Style straddle stacker or end-user-owned lift truck with an ITA Class II carriage. To do this, a series of between 4 and 8 bolts, contingent on equipment configuration, must be loosened to allow the attachment to be safely set down and removed. In this case, only 4 bolts have to be loosened using a 3/4 inch wrench, which allows the bottom hook blocks to be lowered, freeing the bottom side of the carriage rail. Once both bottom hook blocks have been loosened and lowered, carefully place the attachment onto the factory-supplied RCR attachment stand, and lower the attachment fully to the ground. Be careful not to pinch the control box coiled cable when setting the attachment down. As you're lowering the attachment, ensure that the top carriage rail fully clears the top carriage rail hooks on the attachment. Once fully cleared, back the straddle stacker or lift truck away from the attachment, ensuring that the remote control box coiled cable is in no position to be stretched, damaged, or pinched. A minimum of 33 3/4 inch carriage width is required for attachment mounting to be possible. To remount your RCR-style attachment onto your straddle stacker or lift truck, simply lower the carriage so that the top rail of the straddle stacker or lift truck is below the top hooks on the attachment. Then, drive the unit forward in a slow, controlled manner until solid contact is made. Again, it is extremely important to ensure that the top carriage rail is aligned directly under the top hooks, so that when raised, the carriage rail will nest fully within the top hooks of the attachment. Once aligned, use the tiller handle to slowly raise the fork carriage, causing it to lift the attachment off the ground. Ensure the top carriage is fully nested into the top hooks before fully raising the carriage. Failure to ensure this could cause the attachment not to mount properly and cause property damage or serious personal injury. Slowly raise the fork carriage. Then, push the bottom hook blocks up and tighten the bolts to secure the bottom hook blocks into place using a 3/4 inch wrench or ratchet. You should then use a 3/4 inch torque wrench to secure the hardware to 100 foot-pounds. Repeat the same process on the other side. It is important to note, based on the location of the gearbox, it may be difficult to tighten the inside bolt on the operator's left side to 100 foot-pounds. For that bolt, it is important to tighten it as much as possible by hand. Once both sides are fully tightened, place the remote control box onto your straddle stacker or lift truck, then turn the unit on and proceed to use the equipment as needed. Here are the 3 standard mounting configurations for straddle stackers and lift trucks based on standard variations of ITA Class 2 carriages. Feel free to pause this video at any time to review this information. Contact Easy Lift Equipment for more information or to answer any questions you may have regarding your specific equipment. When finished, you should always close and lower your roll handling attachment. Place it in a safe location and turn both the unit and attachment off prior to walking away. We offer a 30-day trial toward purchase program for first-time buyers at 15% of the purchase price. For more information on our products or to discuss the specifics of your roll handling project, please contact us today.